welcome to the first ever episode of Blakk Crown Comics Live. We're going to be having the weekend wrap-up show. So this is it. We kick it off. Now, before we kick it off, I do want to address a little something. Since the announcement of the channel, I've been getting a few messages of people asking me, hey, what's going on? Are you leaving the Kingpins? Are you leaving the Newbieverse? No. So basically starting my own channel, just want to pump out some quick info, hang out on Sundays, because I know, we're going to come down, wind down, get ready for, unfortunately, work tomorrow. But yeah, so just a hangout show, still part of the Kingpins, still part of the Newbieverse, so have no fear. It's funny because Pacino kind of put it in a good... He said it in a good way. It's kind of like, think of the Comic Kingpins channel as like the Avengers, and this is our solo stuff, right? Now we're all going on our solo adventures. But speaking of which, I wanted to have either Face, Hyper, or Newbie on. Unfortunately, all three couldn't be on today. But yeah, man, so just giving some quick love before we jump into this fun stuff. But Kingpins and Newbie gave me my first crack at YouTube, so obviously those were the first go-to guys. But regardless, like I said, Kingpins still stay together. And speaking of Kingpins, Pacino!
What's going on? I'll take that fourth place.
You're not fourth place. You're first in my heart. You know this. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Beautiful day today. Enjoyed the weather.
Yeah, man.
Same.
Yeah, dude. I was out all day. Like I'm burning right now.
Yeah,
so
same. I literally just walked in the house.
Yeah. But man, I appreciate you coming to hang out on the first show. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna kick off some new stuff. Just to give some people a little context and idea of what we're doing. Sundays, I just want to recap what the hottest topics of the week were. Also some of the market sales. I've seen some things taking place, some movements on CBSI, cover price, and go collect, checking for stats, eBay. So definitely just want to cover some of that stuff. And like I said, the hot topics. It seems this week there was quite a few hot topics. So we'll dive into that very shortly. But before we do, I just want to say hi to those people in the chat who are here to support, which I greatly appreciate. Now, AOA, I was supposed to be first. Newbie's in the house. Newbie, the OG. Look, I think I saw somebody else first. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Baker. Literally, when I posted the show, like...
Baker's hard to beat.
Yeah, Baker's everywhere. But blue wrenches have gone around. So if you guys want blue wrenches, keep commenting on the live show, and I will try to get them to you after the show. And also, if you're watching on the replay, comment, like, subscribe, and I will get you a blue wrench if you deserve it. Rocksteady's in the house, man. Another member of the Newbieverse, man. One of my brothers that I met through YouTube. Very grateful for. AOA, there he is. Number one. We're giving him the gold. We're giving him... Sorry, Newbie. There he is. Baker's in the house. Dan's in the house too, man. Silver. Yo, Dan, I tuned in on Spinetics yesterday. Great show, by the way. But Sith said something that was totally not true. You said I'm a Leafs fan? No.
That's insulting. That's insulting.
Right? You broke my heart. I thought Sith knew me better than this. No, I know he was just playing, man. But they had a killer show last night, man. I saw some cool cards too, man. If you haven't watched Spinetics, dude, I highly recommend you do. Such a great show. But who else we got here? Wesley's Comics is in the house. Wes, another OG, big supporter. Appreciate you. And one half of Future Specs on Candy Swag. He was there last night with Sith and the crew, Dan Delatorre. It was, like I said, great show last night. And
I have it scheduled to listen to at work tomorrow.
There you see. He heard me. Sith's in the house, bro. Sith, thank you for being here. Lefteros, man, always dropping great content. Happy to see you here. Happy to have met you through this awesome community and kicking off this new channel. Chia Pet's also in the house. Chia Pet, man. Chia Pet's been...
Chia.
No, dude, honestly, he's been super supportive, super...
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm super,
he's a great fellow.
yeah, super appreciative, great guy. But he's got a lot of info too, man. Maybe one day we
He's
can
a
get him on here, Lefteros on here. That would be fun.
he's a smart kid.
Yeah. Who else we got here? We got Tim's in the house, man.
What's going on, Tim?
I'm gonna try to get through this fast so we can get into the good stuff. But yes, Spine Ticks. Yes, nice T-shirt. Thank you. I finally got it a year after. If you guys didn't catch the Comic-Con podcast with myself on it last week, not Friday that just passed, the one before that, you'll hear the story on how long it took me to get this T-shirt and why. Newbie.
I thought it was U.S. Customs.
No, at all. Jean-Francois Lurette is in the house, man. Appreciate you, bro, for being here. Who else we got? The actual Drax in the house. Drac, man. Drac just hit 500 subs. If you guys haven't yet,
Nice.
you just go check his giveaway show, man. They gave away some cool things. But if you haven't yet, go sub up, of course. And who else we got here? I think we covered everybody. I think we're good. Yeah, BC Leafs and Ducks. Fuck. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. But
At least the Ducks have some nice young prospects there, at least.
for my yes, they do. They do. But the Kings, man.
Yeah.
I had faith. I had faith. Anyways, dude, you saw now with Dallas. They're pushing this. They're pushing this.
They're pushing it. That wouldn't be. It's the same thing going on in the NBA series, man.
Yeah.
Did you watch the last 5 minutes
man.
of that game? It was
Yeah,
insane.
Boston. Yeah.
Insane. A little tip at the end. Oh,
They-
I thought it was
they-
over.
Yep. They forced the game 7, but
I feel like Dallas will do I feel like Dallas will do the same.
yeah, some good playoff hockey going on and some good playoffs in general, man. NBA, everything's
Fun fact: no team has ever come back 3-0 down in NBA history. It's 0 like 156 or 157.
yeah. I think I saw that stat.
We might be witnessing it.
Was it TSN that shared that? I can't remember.
Yeah, like all week. Yeah, but it's still crazy. I would have never figured.
Yeah. Ozzy's in the house. We got RP. Man, I'm so happy to see so many of these guys swinging by. I think we kicked off this channel today with 62 subs, if I'm not mistaken. So that's very appreciative, man, under short time. With no content, but yes, giveaway at 250 subscribers. So do subscribe, and once we hit 250, I'll be giving away some cool stuff. But that being said, Pacino, you ready? We're gonna start it off with some market report. Cool with you? Let's do it. So, like I said, market report. You like that little solo? It wasn't me. It was Sith.
Did you?
No, that was all Sith. Sith
Ooh.
he's a master shredder. But yeah, man. So we're gonna kick off the market report, and like I said, CBSI, cover price, eBay, go collect. This is where we get some of the statistics and stuff. Yeah, of course, that's where we get the numbers from. But yeah, man, there's been some interesting moves. I'm sure everyone's probably seen Lords of the Long Box this week as well. Follow cover price, follow CBSI definitely on Instagram, YouTube, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, man. So there was some interesting things, and I'm curious to see what, let's say, your take's going to be on this. And
some of them come out of nowhere. Honestly, it's like pure like RKO out of nowhere.
Yes, absolutely.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all. But let's get into it, man. So the first book that we're going to talk about, dude, X-Men 25 black and white variant. I don't know if you saw this, but a CGC 9.8 sold for $2,000 US.
Out of nowhere. This is a prime example of that.
Yeah, May 14, 2023. Now, I'm not too sure what the census is on this. I imagine it would probably be rather low. But 2,000 Canadian 2,000 US. American, we convert, that's like 2,700 approximately Canadian. How do we justify this?
I think it's just the fact that it's probably very, very low print, being an error copyright.
I don't think it's an error, man.
It's not the error one where the hologram is not printed.
I believe, actually, yes, I believe you're correct on that.
Yeah, exactly. So if that's this, it's probably super low print. And then the fact that it's a 9.8, because I'm guessing a lot of them were destroyed maybe by retailers or whatever. So that's probably the only reason. And the census is probably extremely low on a 9.8. So but still to shell out $2,000 on this book. I think the regular book is a dollar bin book, if I'm not mistaken, maybe max $4 or $5. So
for myself, we've seen this regular cover available in dollar bins for the longest time, and I mean it's one of the more fun reads, I would say, out of this X-Men run, with the whole adamantium thing. Where
sorry, this one is I think it's the wraparound variant, and then there's another one that fetches about the same price that's missing the hologram on this black and white.
Got it. One of these went for about half this amount about 2-3 months ago. No reason for this. No, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Related to Deadpool 3, perhaps some low-key news no one knows yet. So
the cover is sweet though. No, it's Magneto fan. I like the cover.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome cover, and like I said, it's the issue where Magneto just like destroys Wolverine. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I would read this entire run again. But man,
crazy how all the variants are up there in price, and the regular cover is just, there's even a gold one, if I'm not mistaken, with the 25th anniversary. It's insane, and they're all about like, I think 100 raw, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. Chia Pet, great Magneto story. I agree. Dan De La Torre, is that the only sale at this price? I believe so, because Dan, I've not seen this book pop up ever, especially not at this price. So this was recorded by Cover Price. It was on their Instagram. They posted this saying that the sale took place on May 14, 2023. So just to give you an idea. So Baker went and take a look, 52 of these in 9/8 on CGC Census. And now we will speak Census a little bit later, because there is a book that did sell as well, and it's even lower than that at lower price too. So
it's crazy. There's so many variants of this, and they're all commanding big coin for the regular dollar bin regular cover. So
no. Wes, appreciate you tuning in and being here. No, you didn't miss much at all, to be honest. So welcome, buddy. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, so Baker comes out saying 52 blue labels, I would say. So
imagine if I have a yellow label, probably the only one.
Wow, a guest on, and I wasn't. Don't stop. Don't start. Sorry, you got the invite. Get back to work. But guys, let us know what you think. Now, obviously, you're watching live. Appreciate the comments, but if you're catching the replay, comment below. Definitely would love to chat more on this. So, moving on to the next book, Captain America 310. Now, first appearance of Serpent Society, of course, but Seth Rollins from WWE, who actually won the World Heavyweight Championship yesterday in Dubai. No, was it in Saudi Arabia? I don't know if you caught that, Pacino. I don't even think you watched that.
I don't watch wrestling, but I did catch it on my feed. So
well,
the picture of I think you posted it when he's on the top rope.
No, that was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was holding the tag team titles. So if you guys are obviously new to this channel, I'm a huge wrestling fan. Pacino clearly not, but man, it was a very good match. I understand why Seth Rollins was given the title, because Seth Rollins coming to the MCU. So if you're not familiar, go check out Seth Rollins. Like I said, he won the title yesterday. Now he's being rumored to be playing somebody within the Serpent Society. So there was pictures that leaked. This is going to be within Captain America. It's called New World Order, right?
New World Order. I think they're still changing the name. It's not 100%.
Ironically, a wrestler, New World Order.
Yeah.
Had to go there. But Raw VF Year Meant 75 Canadian is what it reached, and it was number 2 on Cover Price last week. This was on their top 20 list, and I believe it was the May 23rd one. So just to give you an idea of where this book's at. Now, would you be speccing on Serpent Society, even with these rumors, and pretty much it's almost confirmed at this point?
Yeah, it's almost confirmed.
Yeah. But would you go out there right now spending $75 Canadian for this?
It's hard because I'm the type of guy, like, I like to buy low, and then I don't like to buy when the prices start skyrocketing. So I don't know how much more this book will go up, because let's be honest, like, team appearances really don't hold the greatest. Like they hold value, but not as much as a first. You know what I mean? Like a single first. And it's a team, right? So they're gonna introduce a bunch, and you don't know how long they're gonna last. And but still, compared to a lot of Captain America villains, they're up there, right?
Yeah.
So it has potential to grow for sure. And I have no. I think he could do a good job playing whatever role he's given, right? With the whole WWE background and everything. So
Oh yeah, man. I gotta say, charisma-wise, character-wise,
yeah.
it's probably one of the better ones when it comes to the current roster. But
Well, he was holding the WWE for a while, right?
well, there's Roman Reigns, who's clearly been
Yeah,
transferred.
there's
Yeah,
Roman Reigns too.
he's
Yeah,
over 1,000 days now at this point. But just speaking back on this comic, we have Derek saying definitely not a $75 Canadian book.
if I can score this cheap, I would definitely. There's definitely room, but I think there still might be even at 75. If you can send it to get graded and come back in time, I think you can make money there.
No, for sure. But Lefteros is saying pretty much where we were headed with this. So this is a book to be on the lookout for in the bins, but not to buy at current face market value.
Unless I would think, unless you know it's coming back 9.8.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like even at that, but well, at least for us in Canada, by the time we actually get that submission in, the pressing, the cleaning, and get it back,
that's fair.
I don't know.
It's a black cover. It's going to be hard to hit that 9.8 too.
Yes, very true. But regardless, like Lefteros was saying, that's pretty much what I was going to say too. Is try to be on the lookout for it. Obviously, this book now has caught the eye of many, but if you do come across it for a good price and a good condition, you might want to pick it up. All right, moving on from this one. Yes, my boy is still on these lists, man, and he is not going anywhere soon, it seems. So, Spider-Man 7, spoiler cover. Yep, the beautiful spoiler cover. No, he's not kicking the bird, right? Is he? Are we gonna have this fight?
Pigeon kicker.
Yeah, he looks like he kicked the pigeon, but no. First appearance of Spider-Boy. Now, this was number 1 on cover price last week. So CGC 9.8 sold for $204.63 Canadian on May 26th, 2023. Yeah. Now, cover A was at number 4 on that same list.
Oh shit! Okay.
And the 1 in 25 of the second print was at number 6 on the same list. And if I'm not mistaken, I was checking eBay last night, so I didn't like these slides were pre-made. But when I was looking on eBay last night, I saw some sales for that 1 in 25 in a CGC 9.8 at 300 plus 350 almost Canadian.
Okay.
So just to give you guys an idea,
I thought it was more than that.
No, but that's where it's currently at. So my question here is, do you think this holds? I know everybody's still continuing to say, nah, because everybody seems divided, to be honest. There's a lot of people
that hate around this book.
Exactly. And it's got that Tosin vibe, right? Where everybody said, nah, this guy's not going to stick. And then you had the people who said he is going to stick. The FOMO kicked in and whatnot. But clearly, they're putting all their eggs in their basket with this one. So I think they're going for the long haul when it comes to Spider-Boy. What are your thoughts?
Look, I'll be honest. Tosin is still a $40-$50 book raw, no matter where you find it, right? So, except that second print. So I have more faith in this first print, cover A, than I do the second print. I was even surprised that 1 in 25 for the second print is commanding that much for the amount of exclusives and just sheer quantity there are of them.
Yeah.
But I think the 1 in 25, I think it holds, honestly. I don't know if it's going to creep up a lot higher, but I think it holds around this price where this book and a 9.8 is going to hover around that $200 mark. And I really think it's going to even stay there.
Yeah. Loving the love Spider-Boy keeps getting. Driving so many people crazy because they hated on him. So happy. Never seen so much heat for so long, people. And it's true.
It is true.
Yeah, but like I said, I see a lot of division when it comes to comic collectors, the community, and so forth. It seems like the people who do hate it may have missed out. I'm not too sure.
It's not a main ASM run, right? So how many people were pulling this Spider-Man run to begin with, and how many ordered them on FOC or whatnot, So it's like
exactly. And if you've heard me say this on Newbie's channel, and again, if you haven't checked out Newbie, I'm pretty sure you all have, but definitely check out Newbie Comics. I almost feel like it's clear as day that he's going to be here to stay. Now, Newbie shared a photo of the Spider Rex that's going to be within the Across the Spider-Verse. So who's to say that such a character won't appear? Don't forget, it's a 2-part movie.
Yeah.
There's still time for the next half.
I think second part he shows up, maybe, or they hint at it, or one of the 50-100 in the background, you know?
In that same run of Edge of Spider-Verse, we got Spin Stress. We got other characters too. So anything's possible, man. And it's like I said, it seems they're going all in with this character. So, and I'm happy to see that. All right.
For sure.
Let's move on from this one. So here's an interesting one. Star Wars. Yeah. Jabba's Palace, #1. Second Prince, the 1 in 25. First appearance of, now forgive me, I suck with all Star Wars names, but Bane Millar and Sylvan Khan. #1 on CBSI last week. Now, raw copies for this were selling at 250 Canadian. Insane. Yeah, this is a Maliv cover, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. But I don't know if it's $250 beautiful Canadian, man. And that's raw, dude.
Yeah.
So given, I think this dropped not too long ago. I imagine some CGC 9.8s will be coming back very soon. So definitely going to be interested in seeing what those will go for. I was looking on eBay. I didn't see any yesterday. But
fairly new. It would be very surprising if it actually came back already, unless they're pre-selling them.
No. So on pre-sales, I'm not seeing anything at all. Even now, just looking. But yeah, so just something I would say maybe keep an eye out for, because those 9.8s, if this is selling at 250 Canadian raw right now, I could see it surpassing maybe 450.
I would think so too. But listen, what I spend 450 on, it's a beautiful cover for sure. Maliv knocks it out of the park every single time.
Yeah.
But hey, these characters are interesting characters. I think they could do something going forward, right? So it's not out of the question that we see these guys ever come to TV or animation or whatever they want to. I just think that the Jabba's Palace, because of all this like Spider-Boy and everything going on at the same time, I think a lot of people didn't order this. I think the second print's a lower print run compared to Spider-Boy, where the second print is probably overprinted compared to the first.
So here's something funny is that when I was looking for the prices and just tracking what was the average sales for this particular book, I came across the regular cover A of the second print, and I saw, I think there was 1 or 2 purchases on eBay at about $50 Canadian. So I don't know if those people made a mistake.
Wow.
But yeah, so hey, every other copy I saw sell for about maybe $10. So
okay.
But regardless, even $10, man, I'm kind of
overcover price is a win, right? So if you're looking at just because the percentage is not the same, it's still a win regardless.
Exactly.
It's insane that a 1 in 25 is going for $250 Canadian.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Tim here when it comes to all these first appearances of Star Wars characters.
There's different grades, right? Like Marvel, right? There's different grades on how you classify first appearances. There's probably like better spec, and then there's probably less.
Yeah. Newbie's throwing shade. I'm sure Nemesis is not too happy right now.
But you never know. Yeah. I personally think the character in what was it, Star Wars 25? I think that character has a bit better potential than the characters in this one.
Well, character-wise, yeah, I kind of feel like
exactly.
I kind of feel like the main reason why this took off is just because it's a gorgeous cover. It's beautiful, man. So, like I said, when we started talking about this book, $250 Canadian, nice. I don't know.
No, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't spend that much.
To each their own. I'm not knocking anybody spending that money. I don't.
In all fairness, we're not the 2 biggest Star Wars fans either, right?
No, for sure. But I'm just wondering if it'll hold. Now, like I said, we're talking just on the market side of this, the financials and speculation. So just seeing if this is even going to hold at 250 raw. I would have put maybe money.
I would think no. I would think this one falls.
Yeah, but something to keep an eye out on. Man. I'm curious.
If you could score this for a good price, definitely worth the investment.
Yeah, but let's move on from this one, man. There's more books now. This one caught my eye. So The Crow #1. This is the 1:10 ratio of issue #1 by Image, and I just want to say this is not the first appearance of the Crow.
No.
So it's just a gorgeous Todd McFarlane cover. CGC 9/8 sold for $600 US.
Wow.
On May 16, 2023. Now, Lords of the Long Box spoke about this week, and obviously Cover Price posted it on their Instagram, so very neat. This, like I said, was released by Image in 1999, but I was just curious when I saw this book pop up on the list. I'm like, wow, man, this is a neat cover. Now, McFarlane, I was curious to know how many of these CGC 9/8s were even on census with this book. So doing some homework, there was only 18, apparently, according to Go Collect. Yeah, so only 18 on census in a 9/8. Now, hold up. 18 on census. We just missed a Todd McFarlane signing. I'm curious what this would go for. If signed by Todd McFarlane. Sorry?
There's none on the census signed by Todd?
I didn't see any. When I was looking on Go Collect, there was no information for the SS series, but just for 9/8 blue labels, I was seeing 18 on census.
Wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
So if you had this, though, would you take that gamble? That's my question. Is look, this guy, whoever purchased this guy, girl, whatever, CGC 9/8 $600 USD, would you risk it to crack it and have him
sign it? Honestly, if I looked at the cover, because it's a tough 9/8 with all the black, if I looked at it and I knew it was going to come back 9/8 100%, if I sent it, probably yes. To be the only one, you can probably ask whatever you want after, right? You could probably ask $1,000 and probably someone will buy it.
Yeah. Just before we move forward, I just want to say hi to Brian. Brian, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate you and everything you're doing for the comic community. And of course, someone else who's dropping Spec Game nonstop for the comic community on his Instagram, UniX. Definitely go give him a follow. But like I was saying, man, it's crazy. 600 out of nowhere. But now let's go back to the other book we were talking about with 52 on 52 on census that Baker was talking about. It was this one right here. So this one sold for 2,000 Canadian USD. This one's got way less. Sorry, I just gave away the next book, but it's got way less, and it's. I think my question is: do you think it's where it should be? Should it be higher? Do you think it's got room to grow?
It's hard for a book that there's probably very little out there, right? And there's nothing to really spec on in this book because I think it's hard to say because the Crow's first appearance is insane. The second appearance is probably a good amount too. I think it's in the $1,000 range, the second appearance, right? Mm-hmm. The book from the 80s or something. So it's I'm still surprised this book is commanding $600, but I think honestly it holds. If there's only 18 on the census and there's probably not many out there, I really think this probably holds or even creeps up a bit higher just because of the rarity.
Yep.
And hard to hit 9/8 also. So even if people have this book and it's not 9/8, it's not going to do anything to the 18 that are on the census.
Bricks is in the house. Bricks. Bro, love and miss you. I actually met up with Pacino over the weekend, which was yesterday, and handed him your books. So, Bricks, whenever you're ready, let us know. But I appreciate you being here, man. So Baker says the X-Men sale was a fluke or a scam.
I would definitely buy this over that X-Men book if I had that money. I could buy 2 of these.
Yeah, no, true. But anyways, let's move on from this one because we have some other stuff to talk about. But like I said, Call of Duty Zombies #1. So Lords of the Long Box spoke about this one too this week. Dark Horse published this book. Raw copy, $75 Canadian. CGC 9/8 sold on April 7, 2023 for $208.56 Canadian. Now, we know the craze for video game comics seems to have picked up, especially within 2023. It's funny because personally, I'll be fully transparent. No bullshitting nobody here. I had no idea this book even existed. I'm being completely honest. But when I checked it out, it's still up there on eBay. I'm seeing sales continuing to go for around $75 Canadian. There's still listings available. And my question to you is, with the video game comic craze going on right now, I know I've been trying to collect as much as possible, but the prices are starting to creep up. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Don't have to talk to me about that. I'm a huge video game guy, and
yes,
honestly, I didn't know this book even existed either until you showed it to me. But this is a book that I think goes higher.
Yeah.
But personally, I wouldn't buy a raw copy at $75 if I can get a 9.8 at 200. So I would definitely buy the 200 9.8 instead of the 75 and take that chance. And then comes back 9.6 and you're screwed, right? So
no, for sure. And there is a drop in between the two. But one thing I just want to point out, I greatly appreciate Cover Price for being here tonight.
Oh, nice.
And they're dropping some facts here, guys. Right. So the X-Men has been trending up for a while. The last handful of 9.8 sales have been over $1,000. So there you go.
Just because it's a rarer book, right? All of them are, all those variants go for a high amount. So, but 2,000 is still insane.
Yeah, but like I said, when I saw Cover Price post that, I said, wow, this is absolutely nuts. Over 2,000. Sorry, it was 2,000 US. Convert that to Canadian. It hurts the wallet, 2,700 Canadian. But yeah, man, so it seems this is going to be, I think, the big book off of that list tonight, which is the X-Men one. But back to the video game books. Like I said, we're seeing a big trend within 2023. A lot of those video game books have started to pick up. And no matter which one I go back to see, and it's nuts because, Pacino, you know firsthand, I've been attacking these back in early 2022. We'll take one for an example, was the Captain N Game Master.
Yeah, but that's an old one though, right? So
dude, that run started to pick up too, right?
But it's an older one, so it makes sense. It's like all those Super Mario and all those older ones, they have all been going up very high.
Yeah. But like I told you, man, it's crazy to see so many people going back to picking up some of those older video game, especially first appearances. I love seeing it, but I also don't entirely do because I've not finished completing to pick up those books.
Well, that's hard. Yeah, me too. I'm still missing that Captain N. I'm still missing some of those higher end books, but when you find them, you find them. I just picked up a Devil May Cry #1. So
yes, I saw that for $25.
For $15.
$15. Good for you, man.
One of my favorite series also. But hey, listen, Call of Duty Zombies is the shit, honestly. Many hours I've spent on this game. Dude, I like it more than multiplayer Warzone. It's great. And
so, hold on.
Baker, I'm not sure if it was Shepherd or Fire or Nightmare. Because I know when you beat the level and you do the Easter egg, Nightmare is playing in the background.
That was within the it was like that winter
space one.
Oh, the space one, yes.
The space one, yeah.
There you go.
The double ray guns.
Yeah. But yeah, let me just get back to the chat very quickly. So yes, Leftero's Cover Price. Hyper is driving back to Montreal, but wanted to show my support. Proud of you. Appreciate that, man. I hope to have you back.
Don't eat Popeyes and drive.
Yeah, don't eat Popeyes and drive, but I hope to have you join the channel maybe next week. Tons of nostalgia. Yeah, man. Video games and comics right now.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Now that Cover Price brought this up, do you think we saw this effect start once Super Mario was announced to be coming to theaters? Was it a domino effect?
I'm not sure. I think it doesn't help the cause. I think it made it worse, but I feel like a lot of people are I think the whole COVID thing got a lot of people back into collecting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go back and try to hit that nostalgic, like, look, I'm collecting Pokemon games and those things. Some of them, they command a lot of coin and they're heavily printed also, those games. So anything, N64 games, old N64 consoles, like anything you talk about, it's anything in the video game is just skyrocketing and everyone's buying it. It's booming. You can sell it crazy. So everyone wants to hit those nostalgic feelings. So if you're a comic collector and you like video games, it's a no-brainer that you're picking up all these books.
Yeah.
And how many of these books are out there?
Yeah. No, exactly. But we will move on to the next book. Since we're still speaking video games, I think this is just fitting because Super Mario being one of them, Zelda being another I'd love to see come to the
Huge
big screen. But I think what everybody would love to see is Mega Man. So Mega Man, issue number 1. Now, first appearance of Mega Man in a comic. But this is a Scotty Young variant. And ironically, Scotty Young's got a signing going on at CGC a little later this year. I think it's within the month of August. I'm definitely sending this book in. I don't care. Especially also knowing CGC 9/8 go $409.29 Canadian. May 19, 2023 was when that sale took place. Now CGC 9/8 signature series goes for $682 Canadian 15 cents, and that sale took place on May 1st, 2023. So again, here we find ourselves talking about this. Now, this Mega Man cover, though, because this was with Dreamwave.
Yeah.
I almost never find these in the wild.
No.
Absolutely almost never. Yes, so cover price is beating me to the punch here, but I do want to talk about that a little later. But this Scotty Young one is one that I see a little less. I do see the cover A little more.
That's one I have.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, like I said, beat me to the punch, but the foil for this issue is steady at 150 raw, and that's USD.
Yeah.
I see that foil absolutely nowhere, but ironically, one of the comic kingpins, it was Comic Dude, came across it, and I think he picked it up for like $5 Canadian. So shout out to him, big score.
Yeah.
But yeah, that foil is like a complete ghost. I almost never see it.
No, I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
It's like one of these other books I'm looking for, complete ghost. This Beast Wars book, I'm excited for it. Some of these books, it's insane why you can't find them. None on eBay, none anywhere. But are you going to fork out the extra money and get a remark?
I don't know if I want to get this remarked, man. I love
like
Mega
in the
Man.
bottom corner there, a nice Mega Man, or maybe you should sign it like coming out of the cannon.
I don't know if honestly, if that would be the case, I don't know if I would want him to remark Mega Man himself. Maybe throw in a villain. I think that would be fun.
No, I mean like just put like a headshot in the corner or something as a remark.
I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna go with a signature.
Yeah,
I think that's
make him sign it out of the cannon. But then it blocks all the art, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's a very art-filled cover, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters there taking up a good portion of it. So I don't know, man. But all right. So that's it for the market report for this week. But like I told you, we also have some hot topics to discuss from this week. So that being said, let's get into it. Not bad. But all right, so hot topics of this week. Now, there's been a few big things that have been going on with market. The retailers also getting some kind of surprises. So we'll touch on a bit of everything there. But just to kick it off, Image is leaving Diamond, man. I don't know if you saw this. So Image Comics signs exclusive distribution deal with Lunar Distribution.
Yeah.
Now, just to touch on this a little bit, it's going to be going into effect, if I'm not mistaken, within some time in September, something like that.
I read too.
But they will be a wholesaler for Image. Lunar will be. Sorry, not Lunar. Diamond is going to be a wholesaler for Image. But now Image dipped out, right? So Image dips out from Diamond. DC, Marvel, IDW, and Dark Horse all signed exclusive deals elsewhere as well. This being within the last couple of years.
Yeah,
or
Penguin.
I want to say years. Yeah, exactly. You had Penguin, DC's with Lunar.
Yeah, DC's with Lunar, yeah.
So this all happened not too long ago. So now what does Diamond really have when it comes to exclusive? Well, it's pretty much, Boom, right? You know they got Boom.
The Whatnot books?
Sorry?
The Whatnot books? I think it's still. I think they're the only place you can still order them, right?
I believe so. There's also there's Dynamite. There's
Dynamite, yeah.
Aftershock, and I think maybe a Blaze.
Mad Cave, A Blaze, all those smaller.
Yeah,
ones.
exactly. So it's I don't know. It's rough. Now it's Look, I've heard many different stories from retailers when it comes to dealing with diamond. Some retailers say, "Hey, I love diamond, have
Yeah,
no issues, right?
I
Get my
haven't, I
goods."
haven't, I haven't heard that one. A lot of people, retailers I talk to, don't really like Diamond. They say
Yeah,
their customer service is terrible, and Lunar is actually a lot more responsive. Even a lot of people prefer Penguin. So,
yeah. Well, here we go. So one,
oof.
two, three, boom, diamond sucks.
Yeah. I
Um,
figured this was gonna happen. Yeah, there.
yeah, Lunar is exceptional at service, so exceptional still. But it seems, this is the other side of things. Like I was saying, that I've been hearing is that Diamond's just dropping the ball completely, especially even when it comes to customer service. And by customer service, I mean most of these retailers, right? They're dealing with damages, they're dealing with so many issues, and then when they reach out, it's like they almost get nothing in return. So again, I'm just going based off of what I've been told from retailers. I am not a retailer, so I cannot say firsthand what any experience is. But like Pacino said, I've been hearing the same thing. Unfortunately, I hear a lot of more negative things coming out of Diamond than I do, let's say, Lunar, Penguin House. I'm hearing so many different
Well, it's
things.
also going to help a lot of shops with, let's say, like, let's be honest, a lot more people are pulling Marvel and those other series over DC, right? So some shops don't hit that quota to order from Lunar. So Image being there definitely ups your orders for a lot of shops to make it worthwhile to have DC and Image there, right? So
Yeah,
it definitely helps. And what's the point of having a Diamond account too now, right? When you're gonna have your Lunar account and your Penguin house,
yeah.
and what do you need Diamond for, right? So except for those other little mini series, anyone really pulling a lot of those mini series either? So I think
Exactly.
it's a big blow to Diamond
I,
that Image left.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit as well within one of the other topics. But like Cover Price is saying, Lunar is over the moon with excitement. I could imagine this is huge for them. This is great news. Image has been pumping a lot of big titles, a lot of good books, and there's one that actually just passed and killed it on FOC, which we'll speak about very shortly. But yeah, man. So I could only imagine. Look at the image there with the. Now they dotted their I with the Lunar distribution.
Yeah, that's
cool.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was neat. Leftero says, I share the sentiment with Lunar. Christy, 2 weeks ago, my diamond order just disappeared. The tracking showing a label in Canada, and I'm in NC. So there you go. I appreciate all of you sharing this information because, like I said, I've heard nothing but I would say majority of the feedback being such, right? So it's unfortunate. Books sell out and can't fulfill customers' orders. Also, there's something epic. Thank you, Variant is gone for me.
Wow. And that book spiked up.
20 watching and 20 likes. Well done. Hey, I appreciate you guys all being here, liking, subscribing, and definitely share. Let everybody know this is just the beginning. There's a lot more.
50. Let's do it.
Yeah, baby steps. But yeah, man. So this was some big news that came out within the last little week or maybe a bit more. But let's move on to another topic. Like I was saying, Void Rivals #1 hits over 101,000 orders at FOC. That's nuts. Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De Felici's new series that will introduce a new shared universe surpasses 101,000 orders on FOC. This is going to be on sale June 14, 2023. Now, I know a lot of people were going for that ratio, and the ratio being the secret, right?
Yeah.
There was like that spoiler.
Yeah, that's right.
Cover. So, man, I've heard some things and I've got some ideas, right, of what could be taking place here, what I would like to see take place. And you and I were chatting with some of the kingpins earlier.
Yeah.
There are some things going on lately with copyrights and sales, trademarks, Hasbro being one of them, right? So
big part of Hasbro, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping this might be the case. I have no idea, but if I had to put 2 and 2 together, I would almost bet on that. So I'm hoping.
Bet on what, option A or option B?
Something I don't know, man.
It's
Like,
hard, right? Because
yeah,
they both have their ups and they both have their downfalls too. So it's definitely very
yeah.
hard.
Well,
I
look,
think option A
here's
is more plausible though. I do 60-40 option A over B.
yes, but here's how I see it. Okay, now we've seen some things happening with Hasbro, right?
Yeah, big things.
Yeah, exactly. Now, one of the things is ROM, right? Which I'll get
Yeah,
to that as well later. But
they're going back in time.
I don't know. Like, if you had to picture Hasbro selling back to let's say Marvel were to take GI Joes and start taking Transformers and taking
That's
all
right.
these things, I almost feel like they would drop the ball. Marvel within our chat brought up a good point. He's like, look what they did with Conan, right? Like,
But it's also look, I have some Transformers toys. I like the Beast War collection. And when you go to the store, at one point they were a bit more limited, but they're they're there. You still see them a lot. There's not many people grabbing that stuff. So and a lot of more people collect Marvel Legends. So
mhm.
you never know. So if Marvel teams up, it might excite people again to continue buying it because they're still there on the
Yes.
shelf. So I think it's a win-win if it is Marvel. But like I said before, I think it's 60-40 if it goes to Image
Now,
over Marvel.
now let's assume it's something else. Let's say we are fans of the Radiantverse, right? The whole
Okay.
Massiveverse. Could Image be bringing in something with Radiant Black?
They
Could be
could,
possible, right?
definitely.
But I highly doubt that anything Radiant Black would send a buzz of 101,000 pre-orders here at FOC. So very interesting. I'm really excited to see what the news is going to be, and props to them, man, for getting
Yeah,
for generating such a buzz to get 101,000 pre-orders.
it's like Marvel said, like Marvel could drop the ball. They didn't do nothing with Conan. They don't really hit that nostalgic feeling anymore. So you're better off just going to Image and making them do what they do best,
I,
putting out good stories.
sure, I hope that might be the case, but like I said, for them to hit 101,000,
A lot.
that's a lot. Again, cover A's, I'd imagine all these cover price ones are going to be available in dollar bins very shortly, kind of like Berserker, how everybody wanted to go for those ratios. I think the ratios are going to be the money books, especially that big reveal, right? So,
But there wasn't a high ratio, right? Like Berserker, like a 1 in 1,000. So
I think there was. I'd have to
really?
double check. I don't remember if there was a 1 in 1,000.
I don't think there was a 1 in 1,000.
I think it was like a 1 in 500. I gotta double check. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that, guys. Don't be like, yeah, but BC said there was a 1 in 1,000. I have to double check. But yeah, man, I know that there were some high.
Yeah, there was some higher ones, but
There you go. So just a 1 in
1 in
100.
100. That's
There you
the
go.
number I was thinking of also. So still a pretty high ratio for an Image book, that's for sure.
Absolutely. But I do think that if it hit this, because if I think some retailers, if I'm not mistaken, had received wind of what was going on. I remember
Image sends you those advanced emails with the actual pages from the book. So they
yes,
get different retailers get different pages. So sometimes they put two and two together.
yeah, and I had seen something about that hashtag, like keep the secret or something amongst like retailers and stuff like that. So
damn them.
Yeah, we gotta open a store. But yeah, so let's move on from this one. Now, like I was saying, Marvel brings back the Micronauts. I don't know if you heard about this, but Marvel announces a deal with Hasbro to bring back the Micronauts in a not so micro way. Now, Marvel will release an omnibus as well as a facsimile edition of Micronauts 1 in September 2023. The news broke, right? Watch this. You guys remember what I said, right? Don't go for FOMO, JOMO.
Yeah.
Joy of missing out. I saw some sales start taking place on that day. Like, look, literally 2 days ago. But yeah, so some sales are coming back here for the Micronauts, and I'm happy. But I would like to see a little more than just these omnibus. Do you think, again, we spoke, let's say, how Marvel handled Conan and stuff like that. I hope we could eventually see these guys come back within modern stories, current stories, and stuff like that. But realistically, did Micronauts have the biggest following back in the day? No, right? ROM.
ROM.
Yeah, ROM 2 is going to be getting, I believe, an omnibus. If I'm
They
not
are
mistaken.
getting an omnibus, yeah. And another, I think, a toy line also with Hasbro also.
Yeah. So
So
there you go. But how does this make you feel? Are you excited? I honestly do have Micronauts comics, including this one,
okay.
this issue number 1. But I don't think I'll go crazy and go buy myself an omnibus. That's not me. But
No, I would definitely not buy. I wouldn't even buy that number one. I'm not a Micronauts fan. I don't think I have any copies.
mhm.
So just something I wouldn't really care what happens, but you never know, man. You never know. But I won't be chasing this book. But it's good. I like them coming back and bringing back those nostalgic old time stuff that people, I would say, forgot about, right? So
Yep.
make them relevant again. So it's good for the like the whole community and the comic industry as a whole. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
no,
I wouldn't
definitely.
buy it, but I'm
And
sure there are some people that are buying it. So
yeah, they are. They're going for the originals, and I'm happy to see that. So Micronauts
yeah,
had some movement on May 26th. Good for them. But yeah, so moving on from this now, guys, something not totally market related, but the Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer dropped at the Sony. What was it called? The
the event. I forgot what it was. I
I
even
forgot.
watched it.
I did as well, but regardless, there was an event where Sony was just showcasing. I think it was a showcase.
Oh,
They were just showcasing a lot of their upcoming games and stuff like that, and a lot of people started, sharing the information very quickly about Black Suit Spidey being here alongside Miles Morales. Now within the gameplay trailer, looked amazing. You got to see Spidey with the black suit. His fighting moves and action sequences are really neat. But there
yeah,
was also Craven the Hunter in there. He looked
yeah.
pretty badass.
Not Ace Ventura, Craven.
No, it wasn't Ace Ventura Craven, apparently, from what we're gonna be getting. But let's not talk about the movie. But what'd you think of this? Very, very quickly, just want to cover on it.
I love this series. I wish they were longer. If this game is going to be that 30, 40 hour range, it's going to be a blockbuster hit, 100%.
Yeah,
Gameplay was always fun, though, on all three, well, number one and two. So
yeah.
I loved it. I can't wait to play a Symbiote Spidey.
If I'm not mistaken, because I remember I had bought my home at around the same time, the Spider-Man 1 game on PlayStation 4 came out in 2018,
Yeah.
and I believe Spider-Verse there, the Miles Morales movie, came out at the same time,
The same year. Yeah.
within the same year. And now 2023, fast forward,
Yeah.
we're getting a Miles Morales movie,
Yeah.
and we're getting
They're definitely pushing Miles into these video games. Well, there
yeah,
was
no,
number two, right? We're focused heavily on Miles. So
yeah. But no, it looks amazing. I'm really pumped for it, and I'm totally. If you guys see me slacking on a Sunday once this comes out, you might know why.
that's fair. I'm definitely there with you on that same boat.
There you go. But let's move on from this. Now, speaking Miles to live action. So this is a little bit misleading. This is from Screen Rant. Spider-Verse live action scene revealed in new trailer sets up Miles Morales joining the MCU. Clearly, you see Spot there. I don't know if this is even considering anything to do with the MCU either, because that's Miss Chang from the Venom movies right there, right?
Yeah.
So you can see they're at the market store, corner store, whatever kind of store she's running. You saw when she got the symbiote. I don't know what she's running after that. But yeah, so here you go. You see them crossing over into live action. But like I said, kind of misleading here from Screen Rant, because this is not Miles hopping into MCU. This isn't the MCU. But still neat, man. And we do anticipate Miles. I think the hype is really there. People are just really excited to see him hop over, and everyone's hoping for sooner than later. But I'm okay with the wait. Let's wait. There's still a lot more story to go, especially for Peter.
What's misleading is sets up in this whole headline over here. It's not setting up nothing, because Miles is not even there. It's just Spot traveling universe to universe. So I would say it connects everything together, just like how they want to connect the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all these things with these little hints that they do. So
yeah,
I don't. There's no need to rush Miles. Honestly, there's no need. He's been successful in these, even the little kids shows. Like, there's gonna be a time where he's gonna make his debut, and that'll be it. So there's still a lot of Spider-Man story to be told, like you said. So I hope they really explore that before rushing in Miles, because then there's stories with him and Miles that they can go after too. So
yeah. Daniel Torre says the biggest, and I mean biggest, mistake that the MCU has made is still no introduction to, and Mike, I guess he means Miles Morales, actor in the movies. No, I think it's fine, and we've already gotten reference. If people remember in Spider-Man Homecoming, he literally had Prowler tied to the trunk with his webs, and he said, "Can you untie me? I got to go pick up my nephew."
Yeah.
Anybody who read between the lines, I hope that was them referencing that Miles exists within that universe. So
I'd rather see Prowler first than Miles.
We kind of got somewhat.
We kind of got it. Yeah, exactly. But I would like that version of Prowler.
Like all we got was his alias, in theory, because when he was scanning him, it said AKA Prowler.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, it would be neat. Would you want Glover to come back and play the Prowler? The actor.
Why not?
You thought it was okay?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see. But like I said, just wanted
to. Childish Gambino.
Yeah, Childish Gambino. My bad. My bad. But yeah, let's move on from this one. Here's a big topic. Now, this is currently on FOC.
Yeah.
Foiling profits, because Marvel Comics has informed comic book retailers that Marvel's new foil variant cover program will be without retailer discount. So I'm kind of confused by that because I don't understand why the retailers have to eat it at this point. And I've seen, excuse me, I've seen a lot of stores pricing this right now at so many different prices. I've seen pre-orders available right now on FOC at $5 Canadian, at $8 Canadian, $12 Canadian, pre-selling CGC 9/8 at $110, dropping it to $90, bringing it back. I have no idea what is going on. But now we understand, right? It's because apparently retailers are being told that they're not going to be getting any of the retailer discounts when it comes to these foil books. Now, speaking foil books, there was Ultimate Invasion that passed.
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah.
That just passed on FOC with Miles on it.
Some shops said there was no discount. Some shops did say there was no discount on that one either.
Yeah, exactly. So that was an $8.99 book, if I'm not mistaken, and now went to $8. That comes with no discount for retailers, right? So if it's costing $8 for the retail, well, if it's $8 on cover price, that's what the retailer is paying.
Plus shipping.
Yeah, exactly. Hulk 181 here is looking like it'll cost retailers $3.99 and have no discount either. Like if it's a $3.99 book, that's what the retailer is paying. So it seems that most shops are making up their own price in order to get some kind of profit in this, right? Because technically they're having to eat it, right? They're just
most shops. What it is I feel like it's what's their profit margin? It's like 20-30%. So if it's $3.99 US, it's not costing them $3.99. It's costing them more, right? Shipping and everything involved. So most stores are gonna sell that $3.99 book at what, $6.99, $7.99, $8. Like that's where it's gonna come down to. So it just depends how much, I guess, orders you get in. So they're not gonna eat it at that price. But then you never know. Maybe Marvel's system is gonna screw up and the discount's still gonna apply, and you'll find lower prices. So it's just a bit up in the air. It's weird because FOC is tomorrow, so and there's still no confirmation if it's on discount or not, right? So
exactly, it seems like it's still not even been confirmed. I know, some retailers were saying, we're not getting discount. Other retailers were saying, look, so far it kind of looks like there is, but we're not sure. Like, it's all over the place. So
it's hard. So if you order it at $5, you don't even know if you're still getting it, right? Because the shop might not eat that cost, and they just might be like, "Oh, the price was wrong. Here's your refund," right? So,
well, unless you get a pull list adjustment. But Lefteros is saying that Comic Nation has it at $5.99. And guys, yes, absolutely. If you haven't yet, go check out Comic Nation. Great website, great shop for pre-ordering comics. Check it out. Lefteros, if you don't mind, just drop the link within the live chat. And definitely go check it out, especially if you're within the US. They have some of the best FOC polls every week. So
Yeah, dropping good info too.
yeah, 100%. But like I said, man, so now retailers are having to, bite this one in the butt. Unfortunately, it's kind of still up in limbo, but we'll see come tomorrow, right? So if you guys have the privilege and you have the opportunity to get FOC books, definitely keep an eye out for these. And there's still going to be some more, right? Like I said, this is going to be a Marvel's New Foil variant cover program that they're doing. So this isn't the only one. I remember seeing there was even some ASM 300 one that's going to be coming sometime soon. There's Moon Knight, City of the Dead. I think that's a Pepe Larraz cover. So we'll see how they handle with this moving forward.
Yeah.
But guys, that was it. Sorry about that. That was it. Like I said, short, sweet shows. This is just to drop some information, hang out with you guys, wind down on the weekend, end the weekend together, and talk comics, guys. That's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Pacino, did you enjoy yourself, sir?
Always enjoy myself.
Yeah, chat. Can't thank you enough for hanging out. Welcome to the first episode of Blakk Crown Comics Live, the weekend wrap-up show. So this is going to be going every Sunday, and obviously I will still be joining the Comic Kingpins when available for Mondays. Realistically, I'll just be completely honest with you guys. Between the kids and everything, the time slot, a little difficult, but maybe things will change. Maybe we'll find a way to get me back in full time. And of course, on the Newbieverse, you'll catch me on the Newbieverse 9:45 on Tuesdays, Eastern Time. Pacino, Comic Kingpins. You'll be there tomorrow. I believe you guys might even be talking some of the Flash tomorrow, right?
Yeah, someone got a screening tonight, so we'll be talking about Flash. We don't get any of these contests over here in Quebec, so
those Comic Kingpin guys, a bunch of influencers.
Well, I actually got an early showing for the Transformers movie, but no one's gonna really give a shit about that movie. Let's be honest. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk about that show tomorrow.
Yeah. But guys, thank you again for hanging out tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, sub up, subscribe, let everybody know. Giveaways taking place at 250 subscribers. So that being said, that was a fun first episode, and I can't wait to see you guys next week again for episode 2. Buenas noches, guys.
Peace.